TNT Sports live at the Dover International Speedway in Delaware on a sunny and breezy day. 400 miles for the stars of the Nextel Cup Series, the second race in the chase for the Nextel Cup. Time to take you on a ride on a Visa through the field. We start with Matt on Matt. Go, Yoakum.
Matt Kenton has pulled out to just about a second lead over Ryan Newman. He came on the radio underneath that turn two crash.
Turn two. Brian Vickers has hit the wall hard.
Finally could not hang on to a loose race car.
Man. How in the world do you tear the front and back up that badly?
Second car of the weekend.
This place is, you know how it is. You hit the outside, then you go down the racetrack, and there's another wall right there for you.
Yeah, I guess that's what happened.
See the softer barriers in the inside. Thank goodness.
You see the safer barrier there against the inside wall, though you'll note here at Dover there is no safer barrier on the outside wall yet. They came here to do the engineering and discovered that the outside walls of this racetrack are made of boilerplate steel instead of concrete, and they haven't attached a safer barrier to the steel yet, so they're having to go back and re-engineer how they're going to do that. So it is installed on the track where the concrete walls are, but not where the steel walls are.
And the safer barrier that you're talking about is that cushion here between the concrete wall here and the steel there.
Your toy, BP. Watch the top of the screen for Brian Vickers in the 25 car.
Like we said earlier, he's been using that high line, and the reason you use the high line when your car is loose, like I said, you don't want to turn the steering wheel. When you turn the steering wheel, like BP was saying earlier, front tires are sticking better. So he went up and hit the outside wall, and then, like I said, you go down and there's nowhere to go, you hit the inside wall.
That's how you get both ends. There's the front. It's going to slide directly back across the racetrack right in front of AC Mears.
Fortunately, that was a one car. Not fortunate for 25 as Ryan Vickers, but that could have been a lot worse. A lot of other guys could have got in that wreck.
Now we'll see who pits and who doesn't here. Most of the field coming in. In fact, everybody coming in, looks like. Marty?
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson first stall on pit road. Allen running in 6th right now. He said we're back in business. The car is as it should be right now, though it's a little bit tight. Pound in the right rear, Matt.
The Killer Bee's going to work on Matt Kenza's Ford already around the left side. He says the car is still a tick tight through the center of the corner. Robbie Reiser going to fix that with air pressure adjustment on the left side, Bill.
Ryan Newman has an excellent pit stall. The car was a little loose, then it got a little tight. They think the track's going to change. No adjustments, 4 tires, fuel, Dave.
Jeremy Mayfield's pit stall even better. Nobody in front of him. 4 tires, track bar adjustment. They will not win the race off pit road. And track bar adjustment because the car was very loose.
Matt Kenseth going to be first off the pit lane, but he will not be the race leader. Check the scoring line.
See Kenseth and Newman and Rusty Wallace in 2. And there's Jeremy for that first pit stall.
McMurray sneaking by on the outside. I got 3 drivers who have not pitted, 2 of them on the lead lap. New leader is going to be Ward Burton when we come back to the Monster Mile. NASCAR Nextel Cup Racing from Dover, presented by Principal Financial Group on TNT. Race under caution for a second time after Brian Vickers crashed off of turn 2. He's with Marty now.
Yeah, Alan, and the good news is he's okay. Boy, that was a hard lick, Brian. What happened?
Yeah, this has not been my weekend. We've had to have a couple of instances. The car was a little too loose to start with. It was a lot loose actually, and I was just trying to make the high line work. We finally got the car right there. The last five laps, found a good line. The car was had some decent speed in it, even though as loose as it was. And I just kind of pushed it a little bit too far and got up in the marbles and got up just a little bit too high, and it just came around. Once I got up in the marbles, there really wasn't a lot I could do. I was just trying to keep it off the wall as much as possible. But I feel bad for the guys. They worked hard all week. They got the backup ready. We qualified 3rd. We were just a little too loose, and we had time to work on it, but I messed up and lost it, and now here we are. But I'm fine. Like I said, I hate it for the GMAC crew.
He started 3rd. The day will end early. Good news is, like he said, he feels just fine.
And here we go to the green with Matt Kenseth leading. Ward Burton and Ken Schrader stayed out initially, each to lead a lap. Ward had then gone to the pits. The report from Dave is he's got a little engine issue going on there they're trying to rectify, and Schrader led a lap to get some bonus points, and then he went to the pits. So it's Kenseth, Newman, Rusty Wallace, Mayfield, and Jimmy Johnson, your top 5.
It's like a ragged restart.
Yeah, there was something going on back there on that restart in turn 4. I know it was around Mark Martin and Sterling Marlin. Joe Nemechek.
Dale Jarrett working on Jeff Burton. Remember, Burton not on the lead lap. 1 lap down, 34th place after pitting out of the box. Elliott Sadler outside lane, going to lose a couple spots in the 38. Here comes Kurt Busch by him, Jeff Gordon, and Dale Jr. waiting to try and pounce. Elliott Sadler was 8th last time by. Not this time, Dave.
And Elliott Sadler does not like the outside line here. He loves running the bottom line and nothing else. I asked him this morning, have you ever run the outside line here? And he said, not unless I'm going backwards.
Well, that's what's happening right now.
Well, he's going backwards because they keep going by. Junior goes by in the 8 car, and here comes. And see, Elliott could not keep the car on the bottom of the racetrack. He moved up, and Greg Biffle, 16, gets alongside of him.
That point in the corner, that's like when he went to put the power back down. The car kind of took off on him in a little bit, huh? Matty?
Biffle working the inside, trying to score a cup win here. He's had a lot of Busch success. He says the car, that last run was just way too tight at the 2/3 mark of the corner. He just could not get in the gas when he needed to.
Talking about Greg Biffle in the 16 who just went by Elliott Sadler. So Biffle up to 11th place, Sadler back to 12th. And he's got 4 more Predators looking for that spot right in his back bumper.
And Mark Martin, the 6 car, he had such high hopes for this racetrack and running well, but right now seems to be struggling to get around the track.
And he's got a crushed rear bumper. Matt?
Running in the 13th position. Mark says the car is just real loose right now. Too loose to start off the run, which is really a problem they had in final practice as well. He needs a long run for this car to come to him and also for the track to tighten up.
Look at how that left rear, the back of that left rear corner is flared out just a little bit. How much is that going to affect him before the next pit stop?
It's going to make a change. It's going to make a difference because it's drag. The car is not going through the air as well as it should.
Well, I'd like to see the nose of the car that did that.
You think it looks something like the back of the 6 car, huh?
No, it couldn't have been all that heavy because the camera survived. And the back bumper of Mark's car. Radio traffic from Mark Martin just after the restart. Let's listen in.
This thing is bad, skittish in the back, you know, with that rubber in there. It's just real skittish. It was a little free, but pushing off the corner. But the back's not in the racetrack brake.
My mistake, that was just before the restart.
So they must have added a spring rubber.
I would see on the restart that Wally and I talked about being a little bit ragged. Mark goes up and he has to check up to keep hitting the 16 car, and then the 01 of Nemechek runs in the back of Mark. So we need to see the nose of the 01 car and see if there's any damage to his car.
Mark Martin running in 13th place and holding station for the moment. Casey Mears just took a spot away from Sterling Marlin, and he's now the guy chasing Mark Martin. That's Casey in the target car, 41. He's up to 14th. Guy needing a good finish here at Dover, Casey Mears. He has not had any good luck at this racetrack during his time